So what if you could grab the steering wheel of your own life, like right now? We're about to dive into Anthony Robbins' Awaken the Giant Within, and trust me, it's a total masterclass in taking back control.
But let me ask you something, straight up. Do you ever feel like you're just drifting? You know, getting pulled along by whatever life throws at you, reacting to things instead of actually steering your own ship?
Robbins has a pretty powerful name for this, the Niagara Syndrome. Picture this, life is a river, right? And most people just kind of hop in without ever deciding where they want to go. They get swept up in the current of daily stuff, of fears, of other people's plans, and before they know it, they hear that roaring sound of the falls up ahead. But by then, it's way too late to change course.
Okay, so how do you fight the current? How do you grab the oars and start steering before you go over the edge? Well, it all boils down to one single fundamental power we all have, the power of decision. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? When you really think about it, everything in your life, the good stuff, the tough stuff, all of it, started with a decision. Your destiny isn't about luck or chance, it's about choice. And look, this isn't just some abstract theory. Tony Robbins himself is living proof. He was once broke, overweight, and feeling totally lost in this tiny little apartment. He talks about the exact moment he just decided, that's it, I've had it. I know I'm more than this. And that one single, committed decision, it changed absolutely everything for him. So here's the kicker. In any given moment, we're making three huge decisions, usually without even realizing it. First, what are you going to focus on? Are you looking at the wall or the way around it? Second, what does this mean? Is this a disaster or is it a challenge that's going to make you stronger? And third, based on that meaning, what are you going to do about it? All right, let's peel back another layer here, because underneath every single one of those decisions is this deep psychological engine that's been running your whole life. And this is it. This is the core of what makes us tick. Everything we do, literally everything, is driven by these two forces, our need to avoid pain and our desire to gain pleasure. But, and this is the key, for most of us, the fear of potential pain is way, way more powerful than the desire for immediate pleasure.
And here's the real secret sauce. It's not actually pain and pleasure themselves that control us. It's what our brain links them to. You've got this whole web of connections in your head, neuro-associations, that link certain things to pain and other things to pleasure. And those links are what drive your behavior on autopilot.
I mean, just think about advertising. It's all about this. Pepsi wasn't just selling you a fizzy drink, they were linking it to the incredible feeling of joy people got from Michael Jackson's music. So you see MJ with a Pepsi, and your brain transfers all those good vibes over to the product. Advertisers are absolute masters at hijacking our associations. So yeah, those external associations are powerful. But what about the ones we create for ourselves? To really get that, we have to go deeper. We have to look at the source code of our minds, our beliefs. So what even is a belief? It's not a fact. It's not a universal truth. It's just a feeling of being totally certain about something. If you believe you're a shy person, all you're really saying is, I feel 100% certain that I am shy. It's that feeling of certainty that gives the belief all its power.
Robbins has this amazing metaphor for this. He says an idea is like a tabletop with no legs. It's wobbly, unstable. But every time you have an experience, a reference, that supports that idea, you add a leg to the table. Get enough of those legs, and that flimsy little idea becomes a solid belief you'd bet your house on.
But now, here's the question that changes everything. What if some of those legs, some of those past experiences, are actually based on a total misinterpretation of what happened? What if the very foundation of your most limiting beliefs is, well, faulty?
And this is how you take your power back. You can't just argue with the belief and hope it goes away. No, you have to go after its foundation. You have to kick the legs out from under it. And the fastest way to do that? With a really, really good question. I mean, think about this one. Why does this always happen to me? When you ask that, you basically give your brain a command. Hey, go find all the evidence that proves I'm a victim and have no control. It just traps you in this awful loop. Now, compared to this one, this question flips the script completely. It assumes there's a lesson to be learned. It assumes you have control, and your brain immediately gets to work looking for solutions, for strategies. It's the same situation, but a totally different result, all because you changed one simple question. Okay, so now we've got the tools, right? We have the power of decision, we understand the whole pain and pleasure thing, and we know how to use questions. Now we can actually use all that to build a future that pulls us forward with excitement.
If you've ever felt totally unmotivated, Robbins has this, well, it's a blunt but brilliant take. He says, you're not lazy, you just have impotent goals. I mean, think about it. Goals like pay the bills don't make you leap out of bed in the morning buzzing with energy. They don't awaken that giant inside you.
So to fix that, we have to create goals that are truly exciting across the entire spectrum of life. You got to ask yourself, who do I really want to become? What do I want to build in my career? What kind of amazing adventures and toys do I want to have? And maybe most importantly, what do I want to give back to the world?
See, setting a real goal isn't just wishful thinking. It's a command you give to your brain. It's you saying, okay, let's start turning this invisible dream into a visible reality. It gives all the tools we've been talking about a clear target.
And that brings us right back to the beginning. It all comes back to this. Your life can literally change in the moment you make a new, truly committed decision. You don't have to wait for anything. The power is right here, right now. So, the only question left is, what are you going to decide?